you ever listen to your favorite band and just wish you were the guitarist? Or maybe you've always had a love for the guitar and you're going to play it. Whatever the case, imagine this. You just get home with your new guitar and you're so excited that you have to sit down and play it. So you sit down and you realize you aren't exactly sure where to begin. You feel lost. I'm Morgan Brown and I've been playing the guitar for nearly 5 years. After listening to my speech, you will know how to play 3 basic major chords: E major, A major, and D major, to help you get started on your way to becoming a guitarist. Before we actually learn the chords, we need to cover the basics. First, I'm going to explain to you the names of the strings and their numerical order. This string is the E string. It is the first string. This string is the B string. It is the second string. This string is the G string, and it is the third string. The fourth string is the D string. The fifth string is the A string. And finally, the sixth string is an E string. 1 being the top string and 6 being the bottom string. The ridges you see lining the neck, here, as well as here and here, etc., are called the frets. Now, a chord is 3 or more notes of different pitch sounded at the same time. To determine the name of a chord, we must find the root note, and the root note is the lowest pitched note within a chord. Now, the first chord we are going to learn is an E major chord. As you can see, this chord contains the notes G sharp, E, and B. Now I'm going to physically instruct how to play this chord. You place your first finger on the 3rd string of the 1st fret, your second finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret, and then you will place your 3rd finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret. And we will strum all 6 strings, like now. Let's listen for the lowest pitch note. As you can clearly hear, our bottom note is our lowest pitch note. That is our root note. The note is called E, thus the chord is an E chord. The next chord we are going to learn is called an A major chord. It contains the notes C sharp, A, and E. Now we are going to learn to play it. You place your first finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret, your second finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and finally your 3rd finger on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret. Now with this chord, we strum only the top 5 strings. This is because our root note is an A, which is our bottom string. Thus, the chord is an A chord. The final chord we are going to be learning is called a D major chord. It contains the notes F sharp, D, and A. Now let's learn our final chord. To play this chord, place your first finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, your second finger on the 1st string of the 2nd fret, and then your 3rd finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. With this chord, we strum only the top 4 strings. This is because our root note is a D, which makes the chord a D chord. Now that you know how to play the E major, A major, and D major chords, I'm going to demonstrate some basic strumming methods. These methods can be used with any chord, and they can also be combined. whatever you do is completely up to you, because creativity is personal and infinite. You can strum the chords down, strum them up, or even up and down. As you can hear, each method of strumming creates a different sound. Now you can also combine. An example, we'll go down, down, and then we'll go up and down, such as. You can also switch between the chords, such as going from an E major to an A major to a D major, or vice versa. This is also all up to you. In conclusion, you now know what a chord is, how to determine its name, and how to play 3 basic major chords, E, A, and D, along with some basic strumming methods and switching methods. Knowing these chords is the gateway to becoming a contemporary guitarist. Now that you know these chords, you can sit down and begin practicing, anticipating the day you become a great guitarist.